Hey everyone, I have a Game Boy game here that is not working. And I'm wearing a Christmas sweater right now because it's filming this on Christmas Eve. So I picked this up at a local game store that notoriously does not test their games before selling them to you. This is not the first game I've had that's had issues. Luckily they ended up in my hands and I'm fairly good at fixing them. This game is Super Breakout for the original Game Boy. This one is one of the ones that came out when the Game Boy Color was already out, so this will work with the Game Boy Color. I mean, they all work with the Game Boy Color, but this should have basically a color mode kind of thing, but it's designed where if you put it in a Game Boy, it'll work in an original Game Boy, and it'll work in a Game Boy Color with color. Any of the ones that have a black case should have that, to my understanding. Anyway, so this game doesn't work. When I put it in, we get the Nintendo logo. It pretends like it's gonna load. It never actually loads. Now I've tried cleaning it a bunch. As you can see, I've got it actually to work one time ever, and then it went back to just not working again like a day later. So I believe I know what the issue is already. Now, so Game Boy cartridges over time can have a problem where some of the pins will unsolder, will basically detach themselves. It's just because the cartridge flexes, you know, when it's being pulled in and out all the time. I don't know if that's the case with this one, but we can take a look. Oh yeah, that's not connected. So our top pin is definitely not connected. All right, so this is one of my favorite toys. This is a digital microscope. This obviously will allow us to see super close on the actual circuit board, so this will allow me to show you what I'm talking about. So if you can see here, you see how this wiggles free? It's not soldered on to the actual pad here. If I can get that better focus. So as you can see, this top pin up here, when I press on it, you see how it's kind of wiggling free? It's not actually attached. So we'll test all the others here to make sure that it's any of the others. But that's usually the spot where these come loose. Yep, so it's really just this top right pin up here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna heat that up and reflow the solder onto it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of flux onto this. Add a little bit of flux. Now that's definitely solid. All right, so let's see if this works now. Would you look at that? The game works. Quick, easy fix. It's a fairly, I don't want to say it's super common, but it's a fairly common issue with Game Boy games over time, that those top pins on the chip tend to just kind of, the top pins on the chip basically will, over time. Sorry, I'm playing the game, what am I doing? So, those top pins on that chip will just kind of wiggle free, because when you're pushing on it, you're essentially just kind of flexing the board like that. But anyways, game works now, and we fixed that problem. And honestly, the way I look at it, thankfully, I'm the one that ended up buying this game. I didn't know that it was broken when I bought it. I paid full price for it, but you know, it's better if I ended up with it because I know how to fix this rather than, you know, someone else who doesn't have a digital microscope or a soldering iron or any of the tools to fix it. But I do hope that a video like this helps someone in the future if they do end up in this situation where their game isn't booting anymore. So anyways, that's kind of the end of the video. I knew it was going to be a super short video. Like I said, it is Christmas Eve, and I didn't really want to record a super long video, but I did want to fix this real quick. So now I can play some Super Breakout over the holidays, which is really what everyone wants to do. But thank you guys. You know the drill. Leave a thumbs up and a like and hit that little bell that's over there somewhere, so that way you get notified of more of this. I hope you guys have a happy holidays, and I hope y'all have a happy new year. Hopefully I will have a lot more content and maybe can use my new digital microscope more for the future. Okay, goodbye everybody. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate all of you.